Hello, everybody, and welcome to the IWC Radio prediction show of the review show of Hell in a Cell. How you guys doing? I'm Smoot. We got a full crowd here today. Chuck's, Beans, and Will all here. Once again, I'm not good at multitasking, so apologies for a little bit of the rush start there. But how you guys doing?
Yeah, all good. All good.
Good to hear.
Hello.
Hey, there's Beans. How you doing, man?
I'm all right.
You weren't here last week.
Apart from no. Yeah, apologies.
No, it's all right. Kids, what are you gonna do? You know.
Yeah. That was not fun.
Everything all good now?
Yeah, to be honest, he was all right the following morning. It just
Oh, that's good.
he just decided to redecorate every room that he went in,
Fair enough.
and quite sadly, it was pretty much nearly every room in the house. I think the only one he didn't do it in was the kitchen.
And then I guess you're now redecorating the rooms after him.
Might as well do, yeah. Oh God, painful.
Well, I'm going to get things underway then.
Go ahead. Yeah, there you go. I was going to say this one's going to be kind of a quick one because Dynamite starts in about less than an hour. Believe it or not. It's a special Saturday night Dynamite, so...
I was just going to say, what the...
Yeah, I was going to ask you what... if you watched it this week as a joke, but, you know... I've just been like, gotcha.
I'm afraid not.
Yeah. Hell in a Cell was last week. It was a show. It was a show that I sort of watched. Oh, there we go. There's another one. What are you guys drinking? Sorry.
I'm on Orange Tango.
Orange Tango. Okay.
I'm on my usual Pepsi Max Cherry.
I have Pepsi Mango in the fridge. Or rather, I think I finished one in the fridge last night and forgot to replace it. It tastes weird. It kind of tastes like a weird iced tea in a way.
So what's that? Pepsi Mango?
Pepsi Mango, yeah. The dead air silence says all.
We're all just contemplating the idea.
You could hear the cogs spinning in my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a drink.
Yeah. It's I don't hate it, but it's quite interesting of a taste, let me tell you. Is Chuck's here, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, there you are.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know I was needed.
There was just so much dead air. I was like, please save me.
Apparently, I am needed. Okay. I'll fill in some dead air. Pepsi Mango.
Drinking? Yeah.
Pepsi Mango was weird. I'm gonna pull a Ronaldo. I'm drinking agua.
Agua.
That's
agua.
Is that a water? Is that Spanish for water?
Yeah.
Blue water?
Portuguese.
Portuguese. Okay.
Water, yeah.
Okay.
Did anyone see the video that the guy did where he acted as if he was in the same room as him and he was passing the drinks off?
Yeah.
And he grabbed them out the side of the TV.
Did you see the player? I can't remember the guy's name. I don't think he was a player. I think he was a manager or someone. With the Heineken.
Pogba did one, didn't he? With
did he do
Heineken
one?
or something.
Heineken's another sponsor, isn't it? He ended up opening the bottle and having some.
Oh, no, I think it was Pogba got rid of it because he's like Muslim and doesn't drink or something. God,
Really?
couldn't you have put the cup down for him? Like, surely.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember what team he was from, but he was laughing at Ronaldo moving the Coke, and then he saw the Heineken bottle right next to it. He said, "Oh, well, I'll have some of that," and he hit the bottle on the desk to open because it was a metal top. Then he just started drinking while he was getting asked questions.
That's great. I don't know how long those Coke bottles have been left out, but they can't be cold.
No, they can't be
Well,
cold.
they're just there to be there, aren't they? They're not.
Yeah.
Because I kept seeing when Ronaldo got rid of them, is the Cokes are there in case the players want them or whatever. They're like there as a drink option. But they can't be. They can't. Like, you don't want a warm one.
No.
They're just there to be there.
No. It's like when WWE used to have Mountain Dew on the desk.
Yeah.
They can't have been cold. They must have been there all day.
That's why they never drank the kickstarts, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The show's 4 hours long.
Yeah.
All right, so we've only got an hour, right? So we need to fly through.
45 minutes, yeah.
45 minutes. Okay, let's see if we can do this.
I think we will, because Hell in a Cell was not the best of shows. So.
It was also kind of short.
I must say that it was the first time since the Royal Rumble when Edge returned that I actually had company to watch a wrestling pay-per-view. And my God, did it let us down.
You won't be having company again until the Rumble
yeah.
again.
It wasn't the greatest, but
It was not the greatest. So
that's what we can call it. We've had the greatest Royal Rumble. This is not the greatest Hell in a Cell.
It's true. That's exactly what it was. We didn't know last week when we did the show that there was going to be a pre-show match, or we assumed there would. We didn't know what it was going to be. Turns out it was Natalya beating Mandy Rose.
Technically, wasn't the pre-show on SmackDown when Roman Reigns had a match at Rey Mysterio?
Yeah.
That was Hell in a Cell SmackDown.
All right.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Hell in a Cell Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys would have predicted Natalya beating Mandy. I know I would have, obviously.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a point
probably.
for that.
She's the champ.
She is. Usually champions lose non-title matches though, so she's done well. Did anyone see it? Did anyone bother watching the pre-show?
Nope.
Nope.
No, I didn't either.
No.
Okay, so great. That gets that out of the way. The main show, Hell in a Cell-like structure, kicked off with Bianca Belair beating Bayley. I have some notes.
Really?
I actually took notes on this show. Yeah.
Wow.
I have 3 notes on this one.
Really, must have been a slow show.
Had nothing better to do, including watching the show. My first note: Bianca danced to the ring. This is Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Can't you do a different entrance? Can't you show some kind of intimidation? Like, this is a big match, maybe?
But she's the
You have to do
greatest.
the same entrance you do.
She's the greatest.
She's just everything is.
Yeah.
She's
I
the blaséist. She's the casualist.
did she do the weird thing as well that when she came out on the ramp, she like looked intimidated, and then all of a sudden just went like
Yeah.
someone flipped a switch and she just like changed into the other character.
Yeah. That's what you're there to do. You do
I
your
don't-
entrance, you do your match, you do your finish moves, you do your pose, and you just do it inside the cell on this night.
Yeah. I don't really get the whole intimidation thing anymore. It's not intimidating anymore.
Because you dance on the way to
It's
the
a
ring.
big-
It should be.
It's a big red fucking toy that we're about to
Yeah,
fight in.
When it was silver and looked like it was actually made out of metal and not a plastic toy box.
Yeah.
Yeah. And really big, so it doesn't feel as kind of claustrophobic.
Really
And it's
big.
It's really big. And really well lit, so it doesn't look,
Yeah.
it doesn't look dangerous at all, I know what you mean. But also it doesn't help that you're dancing on the way to the ring instead of looking scared. Or not even scared, but looking serious and like focused. Because this is a big deal to you. So that bugged me.
If I was on commentary, I'd just say it used to be silver, but it's now red because of all the blood from previous matches.
Every little bit of the cell is stained in blood.
It's like a massive. What's the word I'm looking for? Metaphor? No,
Oh, metaphor.
metaphor. That seemed like the wrong word, but we'll go with it. It's like a massive metaphor for the WWE of today. It used to be good, but now it's not.
A microcosm. No,
Microcosm.
that doesn't really work.
No.
It's representative. Of
Representation. We'll go with that. I like that.
representation. And yes, it is. My second note. This is going to go forever if I read it. My second note is that the kendo stick spot. Remember, Bailey last year tried to tape up some kendo sticks.
God.
And
She's gotta stop doing
this
that.
Year she, yeah, right. This year she brought out a kendo stick, which was just a stick. The announcers said, "Oh wow, she's pre-taped the stick." It was just a stick. She hadn't, and then she went back and brought out a stick that she had pre-taped.
Yeah.
So they jumped the gun on the taped stick spot.
I did
They
like
knew
how
it was coming.
I think it was Cole said something about how she tried this last time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I think she obviously heard him because she stood right next to him pretty much,
Shut up, Carl.
and she shouted at him. I thought that was quite funny.
That was great. But then she actually used the stick, and within a couple of seconds, it's nothing. Didn't sell it. Right back on defense again. Bianca just...
The EST of WWE.
Yeah.
The no sellingest.
No selling. And my third note on this one is that the hair gimmick is old. I only watch the pay-per-views these days. I've already seen too much of this hair gimmick.
I know what you mean, but I did kind of like how they were slightly using it a bit more, like she was tied up to the ring and stuff. And I mean, that's pretty much all you can do with it, really. But
she did the whip on Sasha at WrestleMania. That was the best thing she's ever gonna do with it. I think it's time for her to lose a hair versus hair match. Yeah.
No,
I'm presuming this thing. I'm presuming this thing isn't actually like a hair.
What do you think it is?
I'm presuming that it's, extensions mostly.
No, I think it is her hair.
I thought it was real, but I'm willing to be proven
That's
wrong.
a hell of an extension.
Oh.
What's hell of a hair?
So, at the end, Bianca wins. We all predict Bianca, so points for everyone. Awesome. Did anyone else take notes? No?
No.
Just me?
I hate when that kendo stick spot happened. I was like, she's got to stop doing this.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
Last year, at least, it didn't work.
Yeah.
So when it didn't work, it was, the sticks went into business for themselves.
Yeah.
This year, they were taped together, and it still didn't work.
Yeah.
Just give up. She's going to do it again next year with, six sticks stick together.
Yeah.
Gonna do it. It's gonna work this time. It's gonna work. Right, points. Excellent. Next one was Seth Rollins beating Cesaro. We split the points on this one. Me and Smoot get a point. Beans and Will, no point. My notes on this one is there was a video package, right? So I know nothing about how we got from WrestleMania to here. The video package showed me that Rollins basically broke Cesaro's arm on the ring post, I think it was. Stomped his head into the stage twice, and then Cesaro getting some revenge by shoving Rollins over in a chair, kind of gently tipping his chair over.
That was funny though.
Cole then tells me that the storyline for months has been Rollins being unable to get anything on Cesaro. That video package is completely one-sided, the other way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then at this point, got very annoyed with the commentators, so instead I listened to a man called Sting. Remember that theme? early Sting's theme, A Man Called Sting, which opens with the line, "He does this, he does that. He's big like a bull and quick like a cat." I recommend you listen to that song next time Michael Cole annoys you. All the kids, they go wild.
Whilst watching this show?
I was gonna say, I am the power of the universe.
All the kids, they go wild, and all the old people start to act like a child. It's actual theme song.
I feel like you're reading like from the fucking joke book again or something.
That's legit. That's WCW music. It's good.
Wow.
And in the end, it was a 50-50 booking win for Rollins. Even Dynamite Dave Meltzer said it was Seth's turn. Actually tweeted out it was Seth's turn. There you go.
So,
any other thoughts on this one? Good match, I guess.
I hate Pat McAfee. I really do, because he at one point Cesaro kicked Rollins' glove into the what would be the fan area, and Pat said something along the lines of, "Oh, he just punted that like a piss missile."
Like a what?
Like a piss missile.
How did I not hear this?
I think I must have blacked out in this match. I don't remember.
Honestly, I've got to be honest. I'm not sure my attention was 100% on this pay-per-view because I actually had company for the first time in 8 years. I was involved in conversation, and I think I may have missed this.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you did. Because I was like, what the absolute fuck did he just say? It's surprisingly...
Apparently it's something you punt.
Yeah, according to Urban Dictionary, it's in sports, whether it be a baseball, football, hockey, what have you, it's when someone crushes a homer, launches a 60-yard touchdown pass, or nets a goal from the blue line on a one-timer. Anything that gets an absolute fucking send in sports.
That's what that is.
I kind of like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Piss missile. Yeah.
Football is just called a polluter.
I've got to say, Smooch raised this in disgust, and now you're all saying I like that.
So then we call it like a goal in football, like a worldie.
Yeah.
That was a
banger. Absolute banger.
Yeah.
Absolute piss missile.
Yeah, an absolute piss missile. Unbelievable.
I'll make sure to use that on Tuesday night.
Yeah, if you watch it back,
when scores.
It's when Cesaro kicks Rollins' glove out of the ring, and then McAfee just exclaimed, "Oh, what a piss missile!" God.
I can almost hear Gary Neville saying it on the commentary.
Followed by an orgasm.
Yeah. I was going to try and do the Mank action, but...
Was that the guy falling off into a well?
Yeah, that's what it sounded like when he got excited.
I knew Vince would have a problem with piss missile. Piss is one of those words. It's like, I wouldn't have thought that would be okay on WWE TV, but it's also not really that bad.
Oh, goddamn, that's funny.
It's such good shit.
So I can the occasion they use bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio called Reigns a bastard the other week.
It's Bobby Lashley's favourite promo word, bastard.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
It's Hornswoggle's name for a little while.
So Rollins won this, right?
Rollins did win. It was his turn. So yeah, we split the points on that. Next up, Alexa versus Shayna. This match. I have one note, and it is a Booker T. What? I don't know what I just watched on this one.
Respect.
The best bit of this whole match, and I use that in inverted commas, was, what's his name? Jimmy Smith, the new commentator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was him trying to call it as if he was calling an actual wrestling match.
Yeah, it was. He came off alright because like he actually has enthusiasm, even if it as wacky as this match was, he treated it seriously. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, it came off well, but he come off like he was calling a genuine sports event.
Yeah.
And but yeah, no, I don't know what was going on with the whole situation.
So Alexa won.
Somehow,
Did she?
yeah.
I actually don't know who won.
She did, and that is a point for everyone. So, go us. Yeah, nothing to say about this one. Let's move on.
Alexa should mind control people with their stare a lot more, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
And she's really flexible.
Then we had Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens in, I don't know, must be their 150th match now. Point series. And Zayn won. Zayn actually won by pin. So that's points for everyone except for Will. Because we all knew this was going to be 50-50. My note on this one is big ups for Kevin Owens, because he's the only person on the show selling anything for more than 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was a particularly vicious thumbs up from 2 days ago.
Yeah.
But
Props to him selling the Samoan Spike as a dangerous move.
Or anything is a dangerous move.
Yeah.
He actually sold. Selling is a lost art these days.
Also, it was pretty funny when Sami Zayn was coughing up blood on the announce table and Michael Cole just got up and walked away.
Yeah, I remember that, because he said, what was it? He said something like, "Oh, very, very nice," and I just thought, actually, all credit to him, middle of a pandemic and all, and
Yeah.
Should I make you a day now?
What's it going to be?
Some not so much breaking news, but news in general. You said that was the 150th match between them two.
Uh-oh.
We're getting 151st next week on SmackDown.
I thought that was it for Owens. Wasn't he taking time off?
I think he is. Basically, they're having a match to decide who gets into the Money in the Bank. So.
I thought he tweeted that he's taking some time off, and now he's back already.
Maybe he's going after this, or maybe the match.
Well, that kind of telegraphs the outcome.
Maybe the match won't happen. Maybe he won't turn up or something. I don't know. But they said on SmackDown that they'd face off next week.
Yeah, he tweeted June 21st. What was June 21st? Monday. Last Monday. I fought like hell. Now I need a little break. I'll be back soon. Thank you, guys. So, I guess that means he needed a little break of 4 days. Okay, fair enough. Hopefully he's recovered from that nail. And then...
I'd say the match might not even happen. Maybe Owens doesn't turn up or something. Something happens.
We had... Oh, man. The Raw Women's Championship. Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair. My notes here are... Why am I watching this? There's too much screaming. A disqualification for no reason. And why is Rhea a heel?
My note
as well, considering the fact that they threw each other into steel steps before about 30 seconds before a disqualification for apparently flipping a bit of cardboard off the top of a table.
Yeah, that was going to be my note for this match. Is since when the hell is the cow a cause for a disqualification in a match?
This is the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view.
Right.
Which means there's kendo sticks everywhere.
Right.
if you're gonna do a DQ, why is that the way?
Feels
And
dumb.
then at the end, so Charlotte wins by DQ, which means point for Smoot, just for Smoot.
Yeah.
Wacky prediction paid off.
Mhm.
And then Rhea walks away saying, "What was it? She said? Like I did what you would have done, or something like, you know."
Yeah,
I
something
was
like
gonna
that.
say stupid bitch or something like that.
Something like that. But basically, she sneaked away out of the match because she felt like she couldn't win it. That's a heel move.
Mm.
Oh yeah, there was definitely a heel vibe toward the end of it.
Yeah. And Charlotte was just kind of smirking about it because nothing ever gets to anyone in this world. Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan of this one.
Rhea Ripley's really annoying me at the moment, purely for the fact that stupid stamp she does in her entrance. She stomps
Really?
her feet on the floor, and there's camera
Yeah.
zooms in on her.
I thought it was quite cool.
I don't like it. She's got that stupid shit-eating grin on her face as well.
Although I gotta admit that she came
Wow.
very close to looking like Jared Leto's Joker in this match. I thought.
Yeah, I don't like her at the moment. I liked her when she came into the WWE first time round, before the pandemic. There's something about her now I'm not liking.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of her stomp on the stage, Roman Reigns does that punch on the stage. Seen this picture doing the rounds lately? I'll just link to you there.
Take a look here.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
man.
wow.
What's that all about?
Clearly doesn't want to have to hurt his fist on the LED boards there. It's a crash pad.
He's had
Wearing a
it
glove.
He's had it for quite a while, hasn't he? That
Yeah.
cushion.
Yeah,
You're
yeah. I mean, he's
are you
wearing
really
the
going to
vest.
criticize a crash pad for his fist? Come on, it's so that he has to have safety for his hand.
He's wearing
Yeah.
gloves.
Yeah, I know.
I was just going to say his gloves are like fucking
He could
2
bruise a
inches
knuckle.
thick on his knuckles.
Yeah, he could bruise a knuckle.
Oh.
It's there to protect him, Chucks. Come on. How
Held
can
the
how
table,
can you
then
protect the
possibly
stage.
how can you possibly criticize the use of a crash pad for TV?
Well, the guy's a professional wrestler. I would imagine he could punch things without actually punching them.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Remember when like,
It's a lost art.
remember when Orton like fucked up his wrist or whatever because he was doing that like he was
It's just-
pounding
Yeah.
that.
He popped his shoulder out
Yeah.
with his horrible broken collarbone that time with
If
Triple
only-
H.
If only he had a crash pad to protect him.
I know, alright.
Should use these crash pads more often. Oh wait, they did.
When?
During the next match.
Yeah.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
remember
right.
this.
Okay, yeah. Get into this one. I've got no notes for this because after that women's match, I had to go to sleep. And
I
watched
actually
this,
fell asleep during the main event. I'm with you. on
Oh,
that.
she- I only caught up on this one yesterday, and I completely missed the thing with the crash pad until I saw a gif of it later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, take it away. This last chance Hell in a Cell match for the WWE Championship. Lashley McIntyre. Tell us about the crash pad.
I can't remember where it actually was. I'm sure Smoke can get it. I was gonna
I
gift
I
time.
saw the GIF. I gotta find it here. Here it is.
I just remember. I didn't actually see it live. I remember seeing like you saw the gift afterwards.
Look at
If
that on
you can
the-
dig it up. Basically, it was. Oh, yeah, there it is. So McIntyre takes a bump to the outside. It goes kind of off camera. They get one of those weird camera shots where they don't film the action for some
Yeah.
reason. He falls off the bottom. We then see him on the floor, and there's a delay, and we see him on the floor, and someone pushing out bits of broken table around him from under the ring. I guess you may as well. That saves you a bump when there's no fans around to see the crash pad.
See, that's the thing, though. That's what I was thinking. Okay, yeah, I can understand them doing it now because they can get away with it, like you said. But shouldn't they be sort of getting themselves in that mindset of not relying on stuff like that? Because we're going to be in front of fans in a couple of weeks. That's the way I'd be thinking. I'd want to be thinking, yeah, there's the hand.
Or if you're going to do it, maybe just do it right and don't show the guy pushing the bits of table out.
That as well. Yeah. I don't know, I just think just ease back on the stuff that you can't get away with in a few weeks' time.
I don't know, get it the other way. I think
Oh,
you've only got a couple of weeks left, you may as well do it while you can.
I can see
who
that.
says they're gonna stop doing it when they have a live crowd?
Yeah.
The fans on that side of the ring are all plants anyway, right? It's all like glow-in-the-dark smiley face jumper guy and Frank the Clown and sign guy. They'll play along. So what happened here? There was a lot of action. This one went on for quite a while. 25 minutes.
Didn't mind this match. I thought it was okay.
I thought it was pretty good. I didn't like that yet again a Hell in a Cell match ends with interference, essentially. There was a lame excuse to open the door, let MVP in. That the whole point of having the cell there.
There was one point in this match as well where Bobby Lashley legitimately landed on his fucking head,
Yeah.
which was not clever, considering they got crash mats and all.
Actually, the thing about the cell these days, no one tries to get out of it anymore.
No.
No one's bothered that they're in it.
That's true.
It was Shawn Michaels in the very first one, like, what the fuck are you doing to me?
There's even, if you look in the actual metal part of it, there's even holes for people's feet to climb up it.
Oh, that's more for cameramen.
Yeah. But they don't even bother anymore.
Yeah, they've been around for a while, those footholds.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the fucking all of this theme pay-per-view shit needs to be binned instantly.
Yeah, well, there's been some binnings as well this week. We'll get to that in a second. My theory that Bobby Lashley is Brock Lesnar fell apart this week because Lashley worked really hard. I haven't seen Brock Lesnar put in this much effort in 20 years now. That's the one thing that makes me think they're not the same person. And Lashley won in the end thanks to MVP, which means Drew McIntyre can no longer challenge for the WWE title as long as Lashley is champion. I have a feeling he might be drafted later this year.
Unless he wins Money in the Bank.
Oh yeah. Loophole.
Yeah, he's in the match. He won the qualifying match on Raw. So he's in the Money in the Bank match. Huh. Surely they wouldn't. That's a shitty
Oh yeah,
way
they
out.
would. That's a fucking Vince McMahon move right there.
I remember about a year ago, after McIntyre won the title for the first time against Brock, MVP had a little thing, like some little feud with him, and MVP told him, when you lose that title, it will be because of me. And now he's managing Bobby Lashley as champion, and he's now knocked him out of the title picture completely. They haven't mentioned it at all. That was a thing. I thought that was going to be like an ongoing storyline. It would have been a good one. This guy has a vendetta against Drew McIntyre. Let's see what happens. And it's like the storyline is played out. he's done the whole thing, but without ever mentioning that he. Yeah. Anyway, stupid. Bush League, in my opinion. So at the end of a 6-match show, Will, I'm afraid it was not a good night for you.
Was it?
It was not. You got a 3 out of 6.
Shocking.
Beans had 4. Not bad. I managed a 5. Smooth.
Hey, look.
Perfect game.
Turned it around from last month, so from WrestleMania Backlash.
I'm noticing a pattern here. See, a couple of months ago, when Beans wasn't watching any wrestling, he was doing really well in the prediction game.
Yeah.
Now Smooth doesn't watch do any WWE at all. I'm not. There's something fishy. I want to start watching.
If you stop watching everything, then we're
We'll all be in the dark. Yeah.
So that means 2 pay-per-views in, 12 matches predicted. You guys have totally balanced yourselves out from last month.
That's right.
You're all on 9 out of 12. And I'm on 11. It's good stuff. Happy with that. But still only 2 points in it. So,
Yeah.
there's a lot of predicting to do.
Very true. Yeah, let's get into the binnings, if you will.
Binnings.
It was,
Even more.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, is there
budget
anyone
cuts.
left?
Budget cuts.
Next month is going to be John Cena.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Everybody leaving to fund John Cena's one-off appearance. Let me see here. Let me find. Yeah, this was all. Get a good list here. The most notable.
Did you ever think that you'd see online fans getting ready to riot when Cena beats Roman Reigns for the title?
Oh. I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, I don't, but it'd be fucking funny and horrendous at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, so yesterday, on the 25th, Friday, WWE released 14 more wrestlers, only this time it was from the NXT and 205 Live brands. There were initial reports about WWE President Nick Khan's role in the releases, but Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful.com received an update regarding the matters, citing WWE sources have contacted me to deny Nick Khan is the driving force behind the releases. I disagree. I respectfully disagree with that. Not saying that Sean Ross Sapp is wrong, but I'm disagreeing with that statement right there. He also said that I can tell you that gutting 205 Live was not one of the plans. NXT had to further emphasize the cruiserweight division. Tony Nese was one of the guys. Killian Dane. Breezango, both Tyler Breeze and Fandango. Marina Shafir. The Bollywood Boys. Kurt Stallion. Marco Ruas. August Gray, Arya Davari, Tino Sabatelli.
No, not Tino Sabatelli.
I just knew it had been released once and brought back.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and the
And he's got
Everrise
to be about
tag team.
40 now, isn't he?
Yeah, that's rough, man. I don't think for a company that has grossed like over $1 billion, I don't understand why you would have to cut the NXT or 205 guys, let alone at all.
If you're not going to use them, if there's no point in having them around, then okay. But the idea that it's all about budget cuts is really suspicious.
Yeah.
That line, I don't know. It's just
it's not a good
clearing
look.
out guys that we're not using. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's a business. You don't have to employ everyone.
Right.
But we're saving money. Because you're not getting Saudi money last year, is that why?
Maybe.
No. You're making record profits. You don't need to save money right now.
Record
That's
profits during a
right.
pandemic.
What was it?
I said record profits during a pandemic.
Yeah.
During a pandemic, they've done surprisingly well.
Yeah.
This is why I still think this rumor of them being the company getting sold
It has to be, doesn't it?
more and more accurate. Like I say, if I'm a buyer and I'm looking at the company accounts, which that's what they'll do. Whoever's buying it, they're gonna see this company making billions of dollars and got a really small wage bill, and they go, "Oh, I'll have that. That's good." To make it look enticing for future buyers. That's why I look at it anyway.
I really don't see the company being put up for sale. I see Nick Khan lining up a bunch of trimming the fat talent, if you will, that Vince McMahon just basically forgot about, I would say. And I wouldn't be surprised if Nick Khan's the guy that replaces Vince at some point, rather than Triple H.
I think that's the whole reason why he's been brought in. He's been brought in.
Who is this guy?
Who is
Tony
Nick Khan?
Tony Khan's brother.
Is it really?
That's why. He's infiltrated.
Oh no.
And he's letting people go so they can go to AEW to help out. The missing piece in AEW, what's really going to tip them over the edge, what's going to knock them off the mountain into what we call the greatest wrestling organization in the world, brother, is Breezango.
Oh my god! I can't. That fucking Hogan promo. You actually remember it? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, Beans. That's a genuine question, and then we just took the piss.
Oh.
It's all right.
I don't actually know who he is. He's a finance guy or something that they've only recently brought in. Well, fairly recently anyway.
He's just decided to sack everyone.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
He came at them like a double-fisted kangaroo.
Oh my god.
I think that he's been brought in. That's his remit. I think he's been brought in to cut the wage bill to make the company look better for any potential buyers. That's exactly what he's doing.
You could be right.
We'll
Yeah, let's face it. I mean, I can't remember the guy's name. The guy who did the job before him. He didn't do any of this.
The other guy.
Was it George Barrios or something?
Barrios,
That's the guy. I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
He didn't do any of this.
Sadiq Khan.
Sadiq.
God.
He wasn't involved in any of this kind of stuff.
No.
So he's out. This guy's obviously been told. Oh well, that's what it seems like. He's been told this is what he needs to do. That's your job. Because he's doing it. I mean, it's not as if he's sat around waiting for him. When did he come in? It was middle of last year, wasn't it? So it's not as if he's sat around doing nothing for months, and then he's jumped in at first. So I don't know. I think give it a year or so, and I think we might have some kind of major change in terms of the ownership. Maybe they won't sell it completely. Maybe they'll sell half of it or something. I don't know, but.
No, they've already sold a big chunk of it to Peacock.
Yeah.
True. They're one of the big favourites, aren't they, to come in and take it over completely? NBC, Universal.
I'm just looking at the clock. We've got about 7 minutes here before
Yeah.
Dynamite comes on. There's also there was a writer, a new writer for WWE that apparently didn't know the names of the talents, and she was featured on some sort of podcast. Also in the span of 24 hours, was sacked by WWE, apparently. So
Well done.
yeah, she I mean, to her credit, she probably didn't do herself any favors not knowing the names of the talent. She called Bobby Lashley Bobby Ashley without the L.
Which is still closer than Trump calling him Lindsay.
God, yeah.
I was going to say, even Marie seemed to get away with it.
Ginger Mahal.
Oh my god.
Did you call me Ginger?
But yeah, it's she didn't know anything about the product and whatnot, or wasn't familiar with it, and apparently because of I'm guessing because of that appearance, they got rid of her.
Well, she described the Hurt Business as a bunch of guys in suits who come out and are like, we're cool.
Yeah, I mean, she's right.
Pretty much on the money.
Yeah.
That is exactly what they were.
That's like she should be nominated for an Academy Award, if you ask me.
Yeah. Again, Sean Ross Sapp says that, you know, Candice Mobley's podcast appearance had little to nothing to do with the decision for WWE to let her go. I'm calling bullshit on that, personally. He says that he was told that it was more of an internal concern. What she was told, I'm not sure. End quote from the tweet there from Sean Ross Sapp. I think it had a lot to do with her saying just basically, yeah, I write for WWE, but I don't know anything. Which is kind of a bad look on WWE's part.
Yeah.
Because it makes them look bad.
I think they've got a whole lot of more things to worry about that make them look bad on
Right.
that part.
Right. Meltzer wrote that people in WWE were, quote, embarrassed about Mobley's comments being said publicly because it's made WWE to the outside world look blindingly stupid. No, that's the TV product doing that for you. Yeah, I don't know. It's I think she should be given a second chance somewhere. Let AEW pick her up and write like some decent angles or something. Also from Raw, Alexa Bliss had some new music, and Nikki Cross has a new gimmick here, basically being a superhero now.
Yeah.
Yeah. They turned her into a superhero, then fired her husband. She had a good week.
Yeah.
Apparently, though, the superhero thing is her idea.
Yeah. Which I just saw and was like, oh, this is the same vibe as the lady from Too Many Cooks. That spins around and transforms into the superhero lady and then gets an axe to the forehead. So.
No, I didn't know that about it being her idea. If that's the case, then fair enough, I suppose. At least they're giving her a chance to do it.
I mean, hey, whatever helps, you know? If you want to do it, do it.
Yeah. Can't do any harm, can I suppose?
She can prove that superheroes are real. Worked out pretty well for Ricochet.
What about Hurricane Helms?
He did all right. He got a good career out of that.
Yeah.
Probably would have
I'm
been.
sure he's going into Hall of Fame.
Probably is.
Personally, I'd get him into the Hall of Fame just purely for that one promo with The Rock where he swooped off out of the lockers and The Rock looked in the air like he'd flown off. It's one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Also, that was the other thing. They actually debuted Eva Marie's partner as the name of Dewdrop, which listener of the show,
D-O-U.
listener of the show, Ed, said on Twitter, Dewdrop and superhero Nikki Cross just remind me of surly Triple H talking about fans complaining online about WWE. Just thought was great.
I'm going to say that's Piper Niven, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which we went over last week of they can't say Piper because Roddy Piper. And Niven's too close to Neville. I think that's what our reasoning were. Yeah.
She's very friendly.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she was the one that I met at the ITV thing when they were doing the launch of
Well sport.
and she put us in a headlock, and then the guy that was taking the picture didn't know what he was doing, so she just had to keep putting me in this headlock really awkwardly, and she's just like,
she's like, take the picture.
I'm like, you don't have to keep doing this. Yeah, she was quite funny.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Before we go, because we're on a lot of the time, pandemic pending, the WWE are coming back to the UK.
Whoa.
They've announced shows on the September 19th at Newcastle, 20th in London, the O2, 21st in Cardiff, and 22nd in Glasgow.
Oh yeah, they would miss Manchester out, wouldn't they, the bastards?
They're doing 4 shows, which I thought was a bit weird. I mean, I know it's the first tour since the pandemic. To be honest, I thought they might have waited till next year. I didn't think they'd do one this year, but
No, I didn't, to be honest. That's, they're just desperate for crowds.
Yeah.
I think so. And but all restrictions being the way they are, we should be in a full crowd capacity territory by then.
Yeah, no, let's see about that.
Well, speaking of crowds, AEW.
Yeah. Joey Janela, real quick, crashed a Florida school council board. This was so great.
What did he actually do there? I only saw the clip of him like off camera being told to leave. I don't know what he actually did while he was there.
He made a ruckus when some doctor was like speaking about something. I don't recall what, but he was like, "I'm just so frustrated" as he was leaving the place.
Yeah,
I was like,
frustrated about this mask thing.
Yeah, he was portraying like some sort of
Florida man.
Yeah. And Drake Wirtz was there in attendance as well, and he's awful.
His promo was great, though. He was fired up.
God.
That guy.
He, for some reason, I don't know why, he popped up in my Facebook recommended friend.
Oh no!
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Who
I think
you
it's
follow?
because I've got one mutual. I'm just looking. I've got one mutual friend, which is Kip Shop. So you know.
Oh. Oh no.
Kind of put off by his profile picture, which is a picture of him and I'm guessing his wife or girlfriend, with a circle around it which says "Unvaccinated, unafraid, unmuzzled, unmasked. Together we win." So I'm a bit scared.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So I declined the friend request.
Yeah. Good call. Good call. All right, we're out of here. Thank you everybody for coming out and listening. We'll be back next week, hopefully, and we'll see you then. Enjoy Dynamite, which is getting underway right now. See you then. Take care.
Cheers.